What's up, everyone? It's Shaletta. I'm here getting a phone for one of my newly minted teenagers with Xfinity Mobile. They've got great options, affordable plans, and solid coverage that works for our whole family. With Xfinity Mobile, my daughter can stay connected with me wherever she goes. And did you know when you sign up, you can get an extra phone line free for a full year? Switch to Xfinity Mobile today for more savings, more smiles, and more ways to stay connected.
In Minnesota, we pride ourselves on our nation-leading voter turnout and safe, secure elections. Elections allow us to make our voices heard and stand up for the communities and issues we care about. To exercise your right to vote, first make sure that you are registered to vote. After registering to vote, make a plan to vote on or before Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. Learn about how to register to vote, cast your ballot, find your polling place, and more by visiting mnvotes.org.
Finally tired of doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results? Well, this show is going to help you change your life for the better. Strap on your seatbelt and navigate this roller coaster we call life with human potential expert and best-selling author Dr. Verna Price. Each week, Dr. Verna blesses you with her virtues to live your best life so you can be the best you that you can be.
Welcome back to Dr. Verna's Virtues. So glad that you came back. For those of you who are brand new, welcome. I'm Dr. Verna Cornelia Price, and it's great to have you on the podcast. Please listen in, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and also just join us every week. I'd love to have that. For those of you who are returning, it's good to see you. It is fall, lots of happening. If you're in Minnesota, you know it is beautiful outside. The leaves are changing colors, and it's just so pretty outside. So if you have a minute, be sure to go for a walk, get out there, and just enjoy being outside, because in Minnesota, that only happens for a short time, and then some other things start happening. So enjoy the leaves changing. So we're going to talk about no turning back. There's nothing back there for you. There is no turning back. There's an old spiritual song, though none go with me, you're right, none beside me, no turning back, no turning back. I have to go alone. And sometimes in the process of you getting to where you want to be in life, you getting to know to where you know you're supposed to be in life, you get into where you know in your heart, your vision, your dreams, you've been dreaming about this all your life, and you can see it. Sometimes in that process, every once in a while, we have a tendency to want to look back. Let me tell you, there is no turning back. And often when you have that level of focus, you have got to, listen to me carefully, you have got to know that you may have to go alone. You may have to go alone. All right, let's go ahead and start with our affirmation. My power is my ability to think a new positive thought, see a new positive vision, speak new positive words, write new positive goals, and do something new and positive with my life by taking a new positive action step. Now, if you're standing up, take that action step. If you're driving, do not do that. I just kind of rolled in my chair, but take an action step. So no turning back. What do I mean by that? Is that as you set your focus of intention, I'm talking about being intentional. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, you have to get so focused about it, so intentional about it. And you have to make up your mind that you are not going to look back. There's no turning back for you. And often we turn back because we have made mistakes. We've had failures. Let me tell you, everyone has had failures. There's no perfect person in this world. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. There's no perfection. And in your past, even if you have had failure in your past, leave it there. But I do want you to do one thing, just only one thing from your past. I want you to think about what are the lessons? What are the lessons that you learned from your failures? And then I want you to take those lessons out of those failures. Let me tell you, I don't want you to turn back. There's no turning back. You're going forward, and you are going to get to your vision, hopes, and dreams. You are going to accomplish them. But to do that, you got to make a decision that you're not turning back. You're not turning back to old connections. You're not turning back to old behavior. You're not turning back to old ways of thinking. You are going to go forward, and you're determined to do that. Now, in the process, though, every once in a while, when that temptation to look back comes towards you and in you, the only thing you ask yourself is, what was my lesson? When I had that failure, what was the lesson? What was I supposed to be learning? When that project didn't go the way it was supposed to go, what was the lesson? I can't change anything. Here's the thing about the past. It's done. You can change nothing about it. No thing, not one thing. You cannot change a thought. You cannot change a word. You cannot change an attitude, an action, a behavior. Whatever you did, you did. Whatever you said, you've already said it. It is done. Now, the question is, what is the lesson that you learned from whatever happened to you? Whatever you did or whatever happened to you, whatever you went through, what is the lesson that you can learn? Now, and those lessons can be transferable, right? These are transferable skills. If you learned that you were hanging with the wrong people, and if you learn that you need to take time and let people show you who they are before you give them everything you have, before you invest all of your resources, before you invest all of your energy, all of your money, all of your time into that person, figure out who they are. Don't just jump into relationships. Take your time. Let me tell you, time will prove out who a person really is. They will show up for you because we all have stage behavior. You know what stage behavior is? That means that we're all trying to be on TV. One of the reasons why things like social media, TikTok, YouTube, all of these reality shows, one of the reasons why these things are so popular is because in our heart of hearts, we all want to be on TV. And so guess what? We now live in a society where everyone gets to have their own TV show. So what do? You're constantly looking to be on TV. And as a result, we become stage people. We're always putting on a production. But let me tell you, after a while, after that stage behavior leaves, and I learned this when I was teaching, is that when I would go, and as a professor, I would have to go and I don't say have to. I would get to go and watch teachers teach, observe them, to assess them, right? Because my job was, as a professor, I was helping teachers become better teachers. And so then I would go and I would observe them. It never failed. It never failed. For the first, I'd say 15, 20 or so minutes that I sat there, the teacher would turn into an actress or an actor, and they would become the perfect teacher. And then I would just stay for a while. I just stay there until they forgot I was there. And then the real person would show up. And that's how it is with people. You have to give them space and time to show who they really are. And when they show you who they really are, you make a decision. So getting those lessons out of your failures, out of your past is the only thing. Other than that, there's no turning back. You have worked too hard. Listen to me carefully. You have worked too hard. You have sacrificed too much. You've gone through too much. You have spent too much time and energy working on that thing, working on that marriage, working on that relationship, working on that book, whatever it is that you've been working on. And with intention, you have given too much for you to simply give it up or just become so like depressed about it, or just to give up. Let me tell you, there is no give in or give up in you. You make a decision that you're not going back. You're not going back to that old stuff. You're not going back to those old people. You're not going back to that old situation. You are going forward, and you are going forward with clarity. Listen to me, clarity. In other words, you know what you want, you know who you are, and you know where you want to go. That is clarity and intention, and you are going forward. And you've made up your mind that anything or anyone who is trying to pull you back into your past, that you will have none of it. because you've made a decision that there's no going back, and that is all to it. So I'm hoping that this is going to encourage you. Whatever it is you're going through, let me tell you, you've come too far. You have come too far. And I want you to know that there is a future for you. I want you to keep going, keep pressing forward, and do whatever you can to use your personal power to think something new about your future, to see a new future, to start talking about a new future and talking about a new success and talking about new ways that you want to be and who you want to be and where you want to go. Start talking about it and push forward and know that there's no turning back. Now, let me just say, I'm just going to say a word about this because typically I don't say anything about politics, okay? So I'm just going to say one sentence about politics because I'm talking about no going back. There's no going back. We are in a new time and a new season. And here's what I want. If you're listening to me and you're in the United States of America and this is before November 5th, what I want you to do is to do one simple thing. Vote. You exercise your right to vote. I am just returning from countries across the world. And let me tell you, everyone doesn't have the right to vote like we do. Everyone just can't go to the polls and cast their vote as a citizen of this country. I want you to exercise your right to vote. Vote early. Get out there, tell your neighbors to vote, tell your friends to vote, vote. For those of you who have been formerly incarcerated, and I know a whole lot of you because we have worked with people who have been incarcerated, our community members who have been to prison and back. Let me tell you, the law in Minnesota now gives you the right to vote. Regardless of the fact that you have a felon on your record, you can vote. That law was passed. I want you to vote because there's no going back. There is no going back. And we're going to move forward. You're going to move forward in your life. You're going to move forward in your family. You're going to move forward in your hopes, dreams, and know that there's no going back. All right, let's go ahead and finish up with our affirmation. This is my life, and I get to change it when I want to, how I want to, if I want to, because my Creator gave it to me. And that makes me very valuable, very important, very lovable, and extremely powerful. Use your personal power to go forward because there's no going back. See you next week. Bye.
Get caught up on previous episodes of Dr. Verna's Virtues at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast-quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy.
Are you the parent or guardian of an adult with autism? If your loved one has no restrictions through court order, then they are eligible to vote. And you can assist them in many ways. Some citizens with autism don't like unfamiliar places and activities. These voters might prefer to cast their ballot at an early voting center. Leading up to Election Day, these early voting centers are less busy and less likely to require waiting. Early voting centers are open all over Minnesota, and you can vote there right now. Or you can request an absentee ballot to vote by mail. That's right, eligible voters can cast their ballots without ever leaving home. On Election Day, curbside voting is another option to make voting easy and comfortable. Election judges will bring a ballot directly to the vehicle with a person with a disability. Make a plan to support and assist your loved one with autism this election season, so they can participate and exercise their precious right to vote. You can find out more at mnvotes.gov. That's mnvotes.gov.